So, maing adlaw and welcome back to my channel. For this video, I'm just gonna be talking to you about the latest episode of A Tale of 1000 Stars, which is episode 7. So again, I attempted to do an actual reaction video for the show, but upon uploading it, it got blocked. So I'm not gonna try anymore. Try to create a reaction video for it. So I'm just gonna be doing a blog post as well as also gonna be telling through a video my thoughts about the latest episode basically. So let's just go into what I'm about to share to you. This episode, for me it kind of revolves around the saying that Chief Pupa mentioned during the conversation he had with Tian. It's about something about not judging a book by its cover. So it's usual that when we first met a person, we always have that impression of what he or she or that person is. However, I believe that not until we experience things with that person, we should not judge their character or who they are. On this episode, things already a little bit of unraveling. The first part was that what happened before the accident is actually now being revealed slowly. We now know that Chan is actually aware of what happened, who is the culprit to the death of Dorfun, or him or her getting accidentally hit by a car. So it was indeed Chan's car with the plate number 333, I think that's 43 or 5, that hit her. However, there's still the fact that we don't know who's driving the car. It could be him, it could be Tool, or it could be his friend with that girlfriend. It could be that person. Bad side to this is that this is something that he did not actually share with Longtae, given that Longtae already knew about the transplant, as well as this is something that he only knew. So it's a secret. So you cannot really judge him. This might be a little bad take on the book by its cover, but we cannot actually judge him as something good because there is still that secret that he's basically hiding from us. So yeah, gonna get messy from here because I think we are now on the climax of the series. So I think it's gonna go uphill and then go crazy because the people of Papundao might think that, even Chief Pupa especially might think that Chan actually lied and used them to lessen the guilt. Maybe if he is the driver of that car, or he was the one who actually hit Torfun. So there's that possibility. Though the village people may blame his recklessness and then the disregard for life, which causes the death of Torfun. However, given the kindness and the forgiving nature of the people of Papundao, they might still understand him and also see that he changed given the experience that he already had, or he had in the village. However, the thing is, this is strike 3 for him. It's the third time, after the drowning of Kalei, after the issue with Mr. Sakda, the village not having a livelihood, and then now it's gonna be the death of Torfun. So yeah, it's gonna be messy. So that's gonna be chaotic on that part. But now let's talk about the brighter side though. Let's talk about the upgrade of Chief Pupa and Chan's relationship. Well, at last our green giant said it, that he doesn't want to be just a casual friend. He wants to be the husband. He wants to be the boyfriend of Tian. And I think Chan also was expecting, or was actually willing to confirm that he also loves Chief Pupa, he was just taken aback by Chief Fupa ruining actually the moment that Chan would actually, confess his feelings as well. Because he mentioned Typhoon during that moment, and it kind of shocked a little bit, maybe shocked Chan, because he might think that, oh, so you just love me because you remind me of Typhoon or something. So yeah, there's that fact. Well, he did try to kiss Chief Pupa kissing Chan, so, and he was drunk, so as I said, he was not lying, maybe. And the fact also that Chief Pupa is not actually anymore before we I called him torpe, or I don't know what's the English term for it, but he was shy to confess his feelings, so we actually judge him on that, or I judge him on that. But his, he can judge a book by its cover until we experience. Well, maybe I'm right to judge him on that, but he's changing. He's actually now showing his affection towards Chan in a very obvious manner. He even showed the green giant to Chan. You know what I mean? The green giant, he showed it in the extra scene, and I was like, oh my god, all this abs and all this sexy Mr. Chief Pupa now showing our boy Chan. He just unraveled himself to the man he loves. Isn't that exciting? So he basically also on this episode did something that show us what he wants. He actually wants them to live together, to sleep together, as well as to take a bath together with a little bit of face rubbing. And also, speaking of face rubbing, is this how you check the temperature when someone is is this how? Because he just did that on the start of the episode. So basically, he wants them to be together indefinitely. You know what I mean? A little bit of forever. If we're still happy, well, in summary, we are at the climax of the story. So everything had been going smooth, with a bit of the drowning, punching, and the burning of the house, of the school in the past episodes. But then again, darkness is always looming ahead because of the incident. So I kind of expect that there's something that will happen that will twist the good things that has been happening in the past couple of episodes. So right now we are now on the climax. This is the twist that I was expecting, and the story is now about to go downhill, down the Papandao cliff, down the ghost hill. So this is gonna go down from here before it, eventually it will rise again to a happy ending, but right now it's gonna be going downhill. So, well, we cannot judge again the story or the whole story because it's still ongoing. We should not judge the book by its cover, or if you haven't finished reading up to the end, you cannot judge the book. Yeah. So now there are things though that I think, 3 things that I want to say that aren't clear on this episode. First was the scene where they're doing the ritual, the guy that saw something at the ghost hill. So the guy was looking at Chan. One of the guys was looking at Chan suspiciously. So I was like, is he someone that's working for Mr. Sakda, and Mr. Sakda was in the ghost hill, and he was commanded to look for Tian and do something bad to him? Or does he, saw the ghost of like Typhoon looking like Chan in the ghost heel, and that gives him like, oh, I think that's the ghost or something like that. I'm just theorizing things. That's unclear for me. Why is that? And then the second one is that, again, second one that is unclear, or I think we still don't know, is that who actually drove the car that hit Typhoon. I'm still like, there is still that wish on my mind that, positive, how do you say this, that, belief that it's not Chan who actually like drove the car and hit Typhoon. It's not him. It's someone close to him that is trying to protect. Maybe I think it's Tool. That's my guess. And lastly, of course, this episode ended with someone calling Chief Pupa, and then Chief Pupa looking at Chan like so worried, or like sad. So we can guess that is like Doc Nam telling Chief Pupa about what he found out about Tian, but we can't really tell because we didn't hear anything, and it could not also be Doc Nam, because I believe Doc Nam would talk first to Tian about like what he found out before going to like tell Chief Pupa in the village. So yeah, those are like some of the things that I think we will know once we are on the 8th and 9th episode, because I think the 10th episode will be like the rise to like the happy ending, maybe. So yeah, so I'm now excited for episode 8, but also again is afraid because of what the teaser showed. But then again, I should not judge it because it's not yet ending and it's not even yet posted. So yeah, alright, so I think that's it for this talk, sharing, reaction about the latest episode of A Tale of 1000 Stars. So yeah, if you like this video, please don't forget to click the like button. You can also subscribe to my channel if you want to. Your subscription will really help me a lot. You can also follow me on my social media. Thanks again for watching. Hanggang sa susunod na panakita, ambing lang kanunay. Bye!